It's Monday, October 22. This is the news on PBCJ. I am Simone Absalom. The Senate on Friday voted to extend the state of public emergency in the parish of St. James until January 31, 2019. 17 members of the Senate voted in favor of the motion. There was one abstention while 3 members were absent. They voted in favor of the extension, but opposition senators registered their reservations with the state of emergency.
I embrace the words of my learned colleague, Senator K.D. Knight, when he said, "We support it because we have no choice, because we see that that is all you have." You see, the long list of all the initiatives, the Parenting Commission, HOPE, the reduction in the statistics, the clear-up rate, are not allowed to stand on their own. They are placed and posited within the context of the requirement for another extension of the state of emergency.
In her remarks, Leader of Government Business in the Senate and Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, noted that the extension seeks to secure gains made and ensure their sustainability.
We're seeking to secure gains made and ensure their sustainability. We are seeking to remove the threat to public safety, which has rendered it appropriate to seek the proclamation, the extension of the proclamation made. Mr. President, we still have work to do, but our security forces need our support. The people of St. James need our support, and we must give it to them.
She noted, too, that the clearance rate of reported serious crimes has increased from approximately 39% to 62%.
Looking at another set of statistics, Mr. President, in St. James, in 2017, the percentage of cases cleared out of the reported cases of murder was approximately 31.7%. 71 cases cleared out of 224 reported cases. While in 2018, as at the 12th of October, that rate is almost 70%, 69.6%, Mr. President, 69.6%. So it is not only is the murder rate down significantly in St. James, Mr. President, but the clearance rate of reported murders and shootings has doubled. And the significance of this should not be understated.
Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett has disclosed plans to create a tourism innovation city in Montego Bay, St. James, which he says will create a circular economy where nothing is wasted and everything is fully utilized. According to the ministry, the purpose of the Tourism Innovation City is to develop areas of textile, manufacturing, farming, and to boost the capacity to provide on the supply side of the tourism value chain. Speaking at the Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce and Industries Business and Investment Forum, held at the Sea Garden Beach Resort on Friday, Bartlett said a tourism economy will be beneficial to Montego Bay, which is, quote, the heartbeat of tourism, end quote, in Jamaica. He's quoted as saying, "The backward and forward linkages must be in place, and when that happens, tourism costs will begin to fall and revenues from consumption will increase," end quote. The government of China is down to provide US $36.1 million in grant funding to build the long-planned Western Children's Hospital in St. James. The agreement has been signed for the 220-bed facility to be constructed on the compound of the Cornwall Regional Hospital in Montego Bay, St. James. Construction is expected to commence by the end of the current fiscal year. The facility will significantly boost the health sector's capacity by providing specialist medical care for youngsters up to age 18. Funding is being provided under the Economic and Technical Cooperation Agreement, which was signed on Thursday at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Minister of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, Audley Shaw, is optimistic about Jamaica's earning potential from Ganja in light of Canada's legalization of cannabis for recreation recreational use. Speaking at the closing ceremony for the 6-year promotion of regional opportunities for produce through enterprise and linkages, PROPEL, at the Canadian High Commission, he noted that the United States is lagging behind Canada in its use of cannabis as a drug-related plant. But he says there is still hope because the FDA, that's the Food and Drug Administration, has already approved a cannabis drug to fight epilepsy in children. Jamaican scientist Professor Henry Lowe has received approval from the FDA to produce an orphan drug, cannabis-based, to fight a particular strain of leukemia. An orphan drug is a pharmaceutical agent developed specifically to treat a rare medical condition referred to as an orphan disease. The earthquake unit at the University of the West Indies, Mona, has confirmed that a magnitude 3.2 earthquake rocked the eastern section of the island Sunday afternoon. The epicenter was recorded near the Blue Mountain Peak. Persons mainly in the corporate area and Portland reportedly felt a tremor at about 4:50 yesterday afternoon. In regional news, we look to Trinidad and Tobago, where an earthquake with a magnitude 5.1 was felt in sections of the Tune Island Republic on Sunday afternoon. The Seismic Research Center at the University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus reports that the tremor was felt at 12:35 p.m. and had a depth of 80 kilometers and was located at latitude 11.51 north and longitude 60.12 west. There have been no reports of injuries or damages. In sports, Shane Richards, coach of Jamaica's Special Olympics football team, said that he's confident that the team can win the football event at the World Games in Abu Dhabi next year. The team finished second at the recent Special Olympics Unified Football Cup staged in Chicago, USA. They lost to France in the final, but Richards believes they are on a roll and expects them to continue in that form into next year. Richards, who has been involved with Special Olympics Jamaica for over 15 years, revealed that the team has been together since 2016, but in recent times they have improved the squad to give themselves a better chance at the Games. And that's the news. Thanks so much for making it PBCJ. Remember, we are the People's Station.